Alrighty then, ladles and jelly spoons.
Jelly spoons.
So a recap of the, I'm gonna say antics of last time. You guys returned back to Lady Genevieve's mansion, having concluded your discussion with the Dragonborn Councillor Lord Celtigar. Upon doing so, you spotted a mysterious figure disappearing around the side. Deciding to investigate, you discovered Lord Lucas climbing up the side of the building. Stix decided to teleport up to the balcony, surprising him and causing him to fall to the ground, winded. A subsequent, yet slightly awkward conversation ensued with Genevieve, where she informed you about her secret relationship with Lord Lucas Blackmire. They're both members of different Blackmire families, a bitter family dispute between them. So you all went your separate ways that evening, slightly red-faced and awkward. The next day, the party split up to investigate several different things before leaving the city. Stix and Klari went to the library to learn about the mountain that you guys are planning on exploring, and learned a fair bit of useful information. Arwen went in search of tiefling refugees to question about their experiences fleeing the desert and took Neo along with her. Stix went to the college and learned about a strange race of dragon-like people who live in the mountains to the east. Klari went to the library and learned about the territories of different dragons and other mountainous creatures in the areas that they like to control. Arwen went straight to a guard's barracks and asked to speak with some tieflings. However, her barging in there was not well received and she was told to leave. Not taking this very well, she proceeded to antagonize a group of guards, kicking one of their chairs, which prompted a chase through the building, Arwen eventually escaping out an upstairs window. She spoke to some more guards and learned that some tieflings were at the south barracks before fleeing disguised as a horse. She failed to persuade her way inside once again, eventually speaking to another horse outside the stables before sneaking in to speak to the tieflings. After much shenanigans and chicanery, the party eventually met back up, hastily leaving the city before Arwen could get caught for her transgressions. Also, Stix was upset that he didn't get to skunk anyone while attempting to liberate a library book.
When you've got skunk, you got to use it at some point.
Klari rightly pointing out that there's no one around and a book just comfortably fits in a bag. Stix got his revenge by skunking an innocent on the way out anyway.
Hey, I was given this.
So you guys left the city. You travelled for a little bit to the east before stopping for a night. You looked to stop in a cave, although some sort of rumbling from within caused you to bypass it, setting up Klari set up an alarm on the entrance, and you guys made your way a little further off before settling down. And that is where we begin, with you guys beginning to take a long rest.
Lovely.
Sounds of woodland creatures, both dissipating but nocturnal creatures arising, is all around you. The sky is darkening, small campfire burning, and so on and so forth. Is there anything you'd like to do as you prepare to take a rest, agree your watches and so forth?
No, just chill out, I think.
Okay.
Something I want to do. Oh, start reading this Draconic to English book that I had.
Yeah. You
Just start trying to learn some like basic phrases. You know, like "Hello, my name is. I am from."
Yeah.
My praise be to Zuriel.
Where is the library? I live in a house.
Donde está la biblioteca? Ue la piscina?
I like war movies and eating popcorn.
In my bag, I have a pig.
What about that?
Es el don sac ici chien. Is that a pig? What's pig in French?
Cochon.
Oh no, chien, that's dog.
Ah.
Dans la sac, il y a un cochon bleu.
You have a blue pig in your bag.
Yes.
What an exciting time.
It's the only
Okay.
thing I learnt from French.
Just roll a strength challenge check for me, Stix. Why not? Start this off nice and easy.
Straight.
Get that first roll out of the way.
Plus 3.
Ooh,
Oh, it goes incredibly well.
Oh,
he is fluent.
give me the GCSE.
This is just a dictionary, so grammar and things are not covered, but you know it is a translation device. So yeah, you pick up quite a few words for you to start learning. You're starting at the beginning. Aardvark.
You can also say during this time, like I'm doing this in front of Hugo. So I've got I've asked for Hugo, and I've got Hugo, and I'm like,
Are you trying to teach Hugo Draconic?
yeah, I'm trying to teach him Draconic, and also gauge whether it sounds mildly Draconic.
Okay.
Like, does he respond? Which too, I mean, he probably doesn't know how to speak Draconic. He speaks mental stuff, but I don't know that. So I'm just going like, I'm Clawglack. Okay, no response there. Probably did that one wrong. Aldovu. No, Aldo. This is unhelpful. You're a terrible teacher, Hugo.
How rude!
I want to be kind and gracious to our dragonborn friend, you see. Although maybe we should not have Hugo. Because maybe they'll be like those other people and be like, oh no, dragons should be, with us, with dragons.
Well, he's walking around more and we're giving him lemons, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. What about flying? We don't flying lessons yet, we haven't done much flying.
Yeah, no, he likes to, jump off of trees, see how it goes.
Awesome. Well, yeah, that's what I'm up to, just most of the evening.
Anyone else?
I'm just scowling at Stix because he's taking Hugo's attention away from me. My child.
Mother hasn't yet learned to share. When we teach Hugo sharing, we'll have to teach Arwen. Okay, well, you will eventually settle down, decide who's taking what watches, if any, and begin taking a long rest.
Yeah, I'd take the first one in the morning.
Okay. Alright, Stix, can you roll a perception check and roll a d8 for me?
I'm gonna go no. I'm gonna go the big fat no on that one.
Okay. You wake up in the morning and Stix is dead.
Oh my god.
Perception check. Una D12.
That's a d12.
Yeah, what do you want me to roll?
A D8.
Oh, D8. I thought you said D12. My bad. No, that's a D6. That's my bad as well. There we go. Hey!
How long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
Just roll them all, see what comes up.
What happens if I put that one? The dragon. Okay.
Can you hear me? The one you needed to roll was the highest roll.
That's just... that wouldn't hold up in a court.
Stix, your watch passes without event.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Who's next?
I'll go next.
And a D8 as well, please.
7.
Arwen, your watch also passes without event.
Oh, excellent.
Most of your attention focused on Hugo trying to recoup the attention that you feel you missed.
Yes. While he's sleepy and trying to...
Maybe sneaking Stix's phrase book, trying to whisper words, see if you can get a better reaction from... Who's next? Klari or Neo? Klari, okay. Okay. Your watch passes without noticeable incident as well, Klari. You wake Neo. He takes his turn on watch. And then, about an hour or so after you go back to sleep, a silent ping in your head awakens you. And you know your alarm has been triggered.
Do I know what direction?
Pardon?
Do I know what direction it was from? Was it just...
You know that your alarm has awoke. Your silent alarm has been triggered. Your alarm spell that you put on the entrance to this cave
Right. Yes.
has been triggered and woken you.
Can I see anything? I don't know how far in are we?
You guys said you moved off about up to the range of the spell, I think you said, which was about a mile, if I remember correctly. Alarm's got the range of a mile.
Yeah.
So you've woken. You know you've been woken by this alarm, but casting your eyes around in your immediate vicinity, you just hear the sounds of the forest, the quiet of night. You can see Neo lit by the dull glow of the embers.
I'm gonna wake everyone else up and quietly shake them. Somebody's coming.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Yeah, I'll get up and immediately use my divine sense. Divine sense to sense the divine.
Mm-hmm.
So is anything within? So how close are those pings? They're like okay, somewhere within a mile.
It would have been about a mile or so.
Okay. I would have thought we were putting them closer than that, like a mile away. So I thought we said we were going to put them so that they like overlap, so we can get anything in the pings. So yes, is there anything that details a celestial fiend or undead within a close proximity.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, no divine senses.
Alrighty. Then, in that case, I will sort of get up and pull out my sword, I guess, and just say, does anyone want to go check it out? Are we going to leave it? Are we going to... What are we doing with it?
Sneaky sneak.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, you go sneaky sneak. We'll be...
Sneaky sneak towards the entrance and see if I can see anything.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are a fair ways off, so you did say you were a mile away, or a little under a mile away to be within range of Clary's alarm spell, so you got a little ways to walk if you want to get there.
You know what? If it's a mile away, I feel like, like that could be anything. That could be anything that just wandering through the area. It could be like a fox or a wolf or a...
I'll set up another alarm closer to us. In the direction.
Yeah,
In case it comes closer.
that's probably a good idea. Could I just make like a general perception check looking out as far as my dot and see if
Go for it, make a perception check.
in the realms of anywhere around us in order to see? No!
Our rolls just keep getting worse.
Someone will get over a 10 eventually. I hope. Otherwise you'll all die.
No, no.
Yeah, no. You, with that roll 6 now, you don't see anything out of the ordinary, You can only see a limited view with the light of your sort of the embers from this campfire and your dark vision. So unfortunately, you don't see very far at all. And you see no signs of any threats or anything significant moving through the undergrowth.
Okay, so Clary, you put your arms a lot closer. Maybe like, I don't know, what's to say that? I reckon like 90 feet away. Because, thinking of averages, a lot of stuff, that we fought has a range of about like 60 feet. I know a lot of stuff I can do has a range of about 60 feet. So, I feel like that's a good, 60 feet and then some. Stick them a little bit away and then we can hopefully be a bit safer from some stuff. Yeah. That's cool. Alright. Do it. Stick those alarms in places.
So the official... That's the somatic component for the spell, just jazz hands.
That's Clary's official thing of magic. Maybe this is why you're not as proficient at magic as me and Arwen, because you're just doing this. Like, look at that. There's lots of magic.
Just wiggling her fingers.
That's true. But does Clary have fancy fake nails?
Clary's from a different land, they do things differently over there.
Does naturally gorgeous nails. Well.
Okay, so you head out a little bit. Are you setting two sort of side by side to cover a greater distance, or are you setting one at 90 feet and then one a bit closer?
Two side by side.
Okay. Yeah, so that'll cover a 40-foot wide span. Okay. Set up your alarms. Walk out, set up your alarms, walk back again. Just make a perception check while you're doing it, while you're out at a distance. You guys letting Clary go on her own, or are you going with her?
No, I'll go with her a little bit.
Arwen?
If Stix is going, I'll stay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
17. Okay.
Hey! We did it, guys. We did
I think we won D&D.
it. Congratulations.
Okay, so you set up your alarms, no problem. Head back, and you all settle down. Try and get the last sort of hour and a half's worth of sleep under your belts before you properly wake up and start moving in the morning. You've only been settled for about 15 minutes, you know, just starting to drift back into sleep when ping, your alarm gets triggered, Klari.
Right, it's closer.
Okay. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna do the sneak. Like 30 feet closer to it. 30 feet closer.
Yeah. Go for it. Make a stealth check.
Within 60 feet.
Just-
The alarm's within 60 feet, so I can... Well, yeah, divine sense. Do I sense anything? Any celestials, fiends, undead? I think Fae is in there as well, but I might be wrong. No, it's just celestial, fiend, or undead.
Okay. Roll a stealth check first.
Ah, yes. Of course. Stealth. Hey!
Pretty stealthy. And then, yeah, so divine sense just happens. And no, you don't sense any celestials, fiends, or undead.
That narrows it down to so much.
Can I sense any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead?
Yes, you can sense one dragon.
Excellent. That's my boy.
That's Hugo. Other than that, no.
Cool.
Alright. In which case, I'm going to... Well, actually, it's within 60 feet of me now, so I can see it with dark vision, potentially. Can I try and have a look
Make
around?
a perception check for me again, Stix.
I hope it's a dinosaur.
I don't.
Some of them are cute.
I've personally seen in my campaign how terrifying dinosaurs can be. Don't make us fight a dinosaur.
Who says we're fighting it?
No, but with that one about, you're definitely not fighting it.
Well, yeah, no, we're not fighting it, but it's fighting us.
Yeah, Stix, you see an absolutely ginormous bear.
Hedgehog. Oh. I really thought I knew where this was going.
And it's
And
just walking
absolutely-
along quite sedately.
And is it still like moving in this direction?
Yeah, it's coming towards you. You know, there's and this is an absolutely like massive bear. It's not, and you get the sense that it's not fluffy. It's hedge, with the sort of like the slow way it's moving. Just boom,
Can I?
boom.
Okay. I'm going to.
Can I see it as well?
You're a little bit further away. In a little bit, yeah. It'll start coming into. Make a perception check for me, and we'll see. Yeah. Because the light is starting to come back, but it's still dim light, so you can't see it just yet. But
Clary's dark vision is 120 feet. Can she see it?
yeah, you probably make another perception because there's trees and things in the way. Just make a perception check as well. Because it's within range, but it's sort of, can you pick this thing out from...
No. See it.
So you're looking, and you're sort of like, oh, I set my alarms that way, and it's maybe sort of like 10 degrees further round where it's actually coming from. You've just got your like bearings slightly off. What would you like to do, Stix?
Okay.
This thing is getting closer to you. It's maybe now sort of 50 feet away, 40 feet away.
Okay, I'd like to do a couple of things.
Okay.
So first of all, I would like to use my channel divinity.
Yeah.
To get a second level spell slot.
Okay.
Now, would you say Misty Step is a loud spell?
No, I'd say it's pretty quiet. Maybe not perfectly silent, but certainly a quiet spell.
Perfect. Then I'm going to cast Speak with Animals upon myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to go... hello? Can you commune with me? Like, enough so I can be, like, heard from the...
Yeah. You see the bear's head cock, and you just sort of look around like, who's there?
Oh! Okay, cool. Hi. And I'll slowly sort of don't have anything out. I'm just sort of put my hand up. Hi. And I'll slowly sort of come out of the brush. Hi, my name is Stix.
I am Baron.
Hello, Baron. Sorry, me and my friends we were staying close. We thought we heard something. We just wanted to check out who it was. What are you doing here?
I live here. What are you doing here?
We're sleeping, just for the time being. We're gonna leave in the morning. We won't cause you any trouble or anything.
Where are you going?
We are going to east. That way. Let's point east. Or in some kind of easterly direction. I don't know. If I'm going to be honest, Stix just kind of points like that. He doesn't know if that's the east. He just kind of goes.
Okay, so it's at this point the bear has probably sort of wandered close enough for Klari and Arwen to have seen it, and it's kind of just sort of plonked itself down, like sitting down, just like, you know, it was on all fours and it's just folded. Like it's just hinged at the back leg, so its back legs remain entirely straight and its butt just hits the ground. It's just sort of like sitting up, you know.
Oh.
And it's still just sort of like looking around for you, Stix. Like takes a claw and like scratches underneath its chin.
Wait, looking around for me, as in like it can't see me? Or...
Yes, you're tiny.
Oh no, sorry, I thought you were still hiding from it. No, you did reveal yourself.
Yeah.
So it's got its attention focused on Stix.
Oh,
I wouldn't go east if I were you.
why not?
Oh, it's very dangerous over there.
What? How dangerous? What exactly?
Well, you know, there were people there. They did not like me. They tried to eat me.
What? These people? What were they like? Were they like me? Did they look a little bit like?
Yes, they were like, well, not like you, but.
What was the difference between them and me? Can you describe it in any way? More teeth or?
Yes,
Gale.
they were scaly dragon people.
Ah, fantastic. Scaly dragon people tried to eat you. How do you know how many there were?
Oh, there's a village.
It's a village.
Yes, I used to live on the mountain, but it became too dangerous. You know, with the dragon.
The dragon. There is a dragon.
Oh, yes, there's a dragon. He ate all the deer and everything. I
What?
got quite hungry, you know. I had to come down here.
Do you know what colour this dragon was?
Oh, it was green.
Ah, shit, I was hoping it wasn't green. A green dragon who ate all the deer and everything. Are there any animals left up there?
Oh, there's some small ones.
Small ones, just not big ones like
Yes, most of the big ones have gone.
have gone. Is I doubt you would have met him. You're a big bear. Why are you so big?
Oh,
As
you
if
know.
I've seen many bears in my life, and I've seen none quite as large and quite as ferocious as you.
Are you calling me fat?
No,
Oh.
fat. I mean, like tall and muscular. You know.
Well, you know, living in the woods for so long does give one a certain physique, I guess.
I guess so.
I just like to look like this.
You just like to look like this. Oh, like, okay. Wait, can you look like other things?
Oh, yes.
How so do you mean?
He's not a bear.
And before your eyes, the bear transforms into a dwarf.
You use the spell slot for nothing.
Why was that so offensive?
Yeah, the bear transforms into a dwarf wearing very sort of rough, worn-looking, basic like cotton clothing, and sort of various browns and things. They've got the staff sort of grows almost seemingly from their hand as they do it. And, it's topped with a little bear totem at the top, and they've got various sort of pouches and things. And they take or reach into one pouch and take out a few berries and start put those. I can look like this as well. Before you now is a wolf. And transforms back. Or this turns into a big deer.
At this point, can I have come over?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sir, that's my trick. I don't want other people knowing they can do that.
Oh, are you a child of the forest as well?
No, my mother had me.
But
The
you are
trees.
like me.
Yes, hello.
Okay, so
Wait, how did you do that so many times?
I'm very old. When you've been around for as long as I have, it's second nature.
how much would I potentially know about druids? That and like almost like druidic power to know essentially like how high a level he would have to be, like how high levels he would have to be able to do something like that.
You can roll. I mean, I think roll an Arcana check because Arcana is intelligence. So, and this is magic. This is your understanding of magic.
Arcana, but I don't know shit.
Yeah, you just know that he must be very powerful to be able to transform so often. Either that, or he's showing off and he's not going to be able to do anything else for a while.
Let's see. Okay. So you are a dwarf. That's actually a lot easier now because I thought he was a lot more dumb than he probably is. So, Sir Baron. Is that still gonna Baron?
Yes, my name is Baron.
Okay. Sir Baron. So this green dragon lives in the mountain.
Yes.
Commands a village, or like leads a village of dragon people. Now, this is probably kind of a tough question, but do you think these things are like evil? Like, are they definitely, because that is, incidentally, that mountain might hold something of interest to us. And we would quite like to go have a look. Do you think they would allow us to go up there and have a look, or are we going to have to be a little more careful about how we go?
I don't think so, no. I don't think they would. I mean, they've tried to hunt me, well, but then I was a bear, and sometimes a deer. Maybe if they knew I was a dwarf, they would not have tried to hunt me. But
Maybe.
what is it to be evil anyway?
Oh no.
Maybe they were just hungry. That is the way of things.
Maybe, but then, yeah, because they didn't
The
know.
antelopes eat the grass. The lion eat the antelopes. The lion dies and feeds the grass. Life is very much like a circle in those days.
Indeed.
It reminds me of something my father used to say. I never could understand what he meant. He was losing his marbles.
Oh dear.
This kid, I feel like I don't know, like their pet dog just died or something, and the kid's really upset. The dad just comes in there. Oh, remember what I always say, kid? It's alright. But he just leaves it at that and walks off. Okay, so did you see what else? So the dragon. What? Okay, here's another question then. What might Stix know about the nature of green dragons? Obviously, I know some basics about different dragons and chromatic dragons and things, and we've had encounters with those, but would I necessarily know that they are a thing that could potentially be bargained with? I would assume this dragon is the leader of their sort of society. So I can therefore maybe think that, you know, if we went there and said, we want to speak to the green dragon, and maybe we could bargain something for like access to this place.
So this would probably be a question best if you sort of put this question to the group, being like, do you reckon we could bargain with it, that sort of thing. Klari, having done your, you know, everything you learned previously, you would know that potentially you could. However, you don't, because dragons are intelligent creatures. They are generally quite greedy, so you know that they collect hoards of valuable and magical items. They often have a significant influence over the immediate terrain surrounding them. You guys are too far off to be within that vicinity just yet, so you know that the dragon doesn't have an influence over this portion of land. But not knowing the dragon specifically, it's like you wouldn't know whether you could bargain with a king without knowing anything about the king. They have, individual personalities all of their own motivations, their own goals. But those goals are often very different from a regular person's because dragons live so much longer. As they get older, their goals can be on a much grander scale.
We do have. Hold on.
I'm also afraid if we
Lord Almighty.
go to a place of a very big dragon, maybe it'll want to, I don't know,
Hold on.
take some shit. I don't know. What do we have?
We have the sign of a dragon friend.
Yes, that snow dragon gave us that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. We met
Well, he had the stone one. Eberron, I think his name was.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Eberron, the black dragon from the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So that could help. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe obviously to show that we're friends with a form of dragon. Because again, I don't know sort of like how dragons stack up to each other in terms of
No idea.
how, but I can imagine the fact that we've got one dragon's praise might mean that maybe another might not think we're absolute idiots, because let's face it, compared to a dragon, we ain't that hot. Okay. Yeah, should we just get, well, obviously wait till morning, then get going. It's good to actually know that, okay, so there's a green dragon up there. Do you know how big was this dragon there on? How big was this green dragon? Was he like very, very, very massive, like massive, or was he size of us, or bigger? Can you compare it to anything?
Oh, he was much bigger than me. Maybe 2 or 3 of you standing on top of each other.
2 so that's either 12 or 18 feet.
How bloody tall are you?
Well, if we go like, if we say the average person is like 6 feet, and then you
6 plus 6 is not 18.
no, but he said 2 or 3 of us standing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So 12 to 18 feet. For a second, I thought I did maths really, really wrong there.
No, it was just me doing the maths really, really wrong.
Alright. So. Okay. Yeah. We just get back to sleep and get ready to speak with the big old green dragon. I'm not expecting it to go well.
Did you say speak or sleep
I
with
said
the dragon?
I said speak.
Okay.
Speak.
Gonna say.
Do not plan sleeping the green dragon.
We have very different plans if that's what you want to do.
Yes, that would be that would be a little bit different. Yeah. So if we do that, and then I guess take Because how did we want to approach this? Did we want to just go into the front gate and say hi? We'd like to have a look around your thing, have a look around your mountain. Is there anyone or? Or did we want to do the more sneaky?
I didn't think that far ahead.
Excellent. What I really like about this group is our ability to forward plan.
Absolutely.
Get things done. To be fair, we are actually pretty good at forward planning. We did that whole thing with Neo and everything. We had that shit on lock.
We could try the sneaky, but if we get caught, it might be bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I was thinking maybe we could just go up and ask first. I mean, there's no, because I think if we go up and ask and they say no, then we can do the sneaky. But if we do the sneaky and then get caught, it's very unlikely after the point that we can just ask, hi, now that you've caught us trying to sneak into the mountain, can we just go in anyway?
Yep. Perfect.
Plan. And we'll figure something out from there. Baron, do you know the best way to go up the mountain?
Oh, well, you need to cross the river at some point.
Yes.
Then you just kind of find a nice bit of grass and keep following it up.
That is incredibly helpful.
Well,
Thank you.
No, if it gets too steep, just go around a bit. Doesn't seem to be very used to being a dwarf.
Yeah, I think I can tell.
Kind of sort of like the way he's sitting is almost like the way he's sitting is almost like a dog with like his like knees up and his like hands like on the ground leaning forwards.
Okay. Cool. Well, we'll speak to you later, Baron. We're gonna head back to sleep over here.
Okay. It was nice to meet you.
It was very nice to meet you, Baron. Very nice to meet you indeed. Yeah. Speak to them.
Stay safe. And with that, he turns back into a bear and sort of cants away at a 45-degree angle away from you and just keeps walking. Just boom, boom, boom.
Well, that was something. And I'll roll back into bed. Do the last little bit of sleeping.
Yeah, you guys get like half an hour's kip in before the light properly gets up and you're like, I don't want to get out of bed. But yeah, you can complete a long rest.
Yay! Yeah.
You'll get all your lovely spell slots and your hit points and everything like that back.
Divine senses and everything. My crown senses and channel divinities and my lay on hands. A lot of stuff to be filling on a long rest down.
Well, if you have it all connected with the long rest button,
Indeed.
you can just click on that and it all comes back.
Exactly. Right. So we need to cross a river, which isn't on the map, but I'm assuming there's probably a river somewhere.
Yeah. It's not a great river, that you'd necessarily put on a map. It's just a little one, you suspect.
And then we need to find a patch of grass and just sort of keep going. Helpful. I reckon we just play ignorant. Like, we just go up, and then if they find us, then we can say, "Ah, yes, we were looking for you people. We would like to speak to you. But going up this mountain."
Yes,
Because
I like this idea.
Stuff, then fuck them. Cool.
Okay. Are you walking or are you riding?
I riding.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll summon Elvis, and we will ride.
Yeah. Summon Elvis. Neo follows your lead, summons his mount as well. The four of you mount up and begin making your way.
Fantastic.
Can everyone make a survival check for me?
Yes.
Or if you have another skill you feel would be applicable, you can use that for navigational purposes.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
For I have expertise in survival. Why am I on spells? Survival and a spell.
Good set of rolls. You're going to set out, pack up your camp, make sure that the little campfire you had is safely burned down to embers and isn't going to cause any hassle, kick some earth over it and that sort of thing. And make your way. Passing through these enormous trees that make up this forest. They are hundreds of feet tall and many feet thick. So the whole time you're moving through this forest, you are wending your way in and around the trees on a very wiggly, windy path. Later on that morning, you hear the softly approaching sound of rushing water as it bubbles and tumbles over rocks. For a few more minutes, you spot the river itself. It's maybe 15-20 foot wide, moving quite swiftly at this point. But fortunately, you guys have come out only a few hundred yards downstream of a bridge. You make your way up towards the bridge, and as you get closer, you spot quite a large figure sat on the ground on the other side.
It's a troll. It is bridge.
Oh, I'm so done with trolls right now.
Indeed, as you get to this side of the bridge, the troll on the other side
Oh my god, it is a troll!
stands up and sort of, with a big sort of groan, like stomps its way only a couple of feet down the bridge, but quite clearly barring your path. And he raises a hand and points a finger at you all and says, "You dum-dum no pass unless give me the shiny." At which point, from behind a bush on the other side, a goblin pops out and she's like, "No, no, no! That is not the line. How many times you're supposed to say, 'Test your mind and you will see if you're worthy to pass by me'?" It's sort of like jumping up and down in rage. Its little ears like flapping on the side of its head. You can see it's livid. It's like, "Then you give them the riddle, and if they don't get it, you make them give you all their gold."
Oh my god! Look at this little angry man!
Like stomping its foot on the ground.
Look, we don't want any trouble. We're not giving you any gold.
Well, then you must think you're quite smart then, if you're going to pass my riddles.
No, we just think we're going to walk on across.
No,
if
no,
perfect.
you have to contend with my troll. My friend here.
Trust me, we've had our fair share of business with trolls.
You don't want to see what happens if I tell him to bring your necks, because he'll do it.
He'll try and do it.
This is very entertaining.
What are you, some big stupid sword man that you can't even pass a simple riddle?
No.
Is that how you solve all your problems, big stupid sword man?
Oh my god. He's provoking you.
I'm going to. So, you call me a big stupid. I'm not. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of big stupid sword man. It doesn't have.
I am.
Ring to it. So I'm going to use my channel divinity.
Oh no.
Can he make a? Hold on. A strength or dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he rolls, and then I'll see if I actually need to look up some stats. That's a 1. I won't bother with stats.
Fantastic. Yeah. So just like vines and shit just come out of the ground and wrap around him, and especially like purposefully, like it obviously it can't choke him, it can't do anything like that. But one of them purposely like goes around his neck, and I'll just sort of be there like, okay, are you going
like
to
help me, get me out of it. You magic is cheating. The troll sort of turns around, takes a few steps, and like just in its entire hand wraps it around the goblin and begins like tugging on it, like trying to pull up a weed.
just gonna shout before he
That's a 17 to
17. Before he does this, can I just really quickly shout, be careful, I can make it tighter and a lot more painful.
Just like she sort of starts panicking. Get me out! The troll doesn't seem to be intelligent enough to really pay attention. It's just like
but yeah, 17
just
pass.
ripping of plants, is it? And they just
17 rips him out. That's it. I think that's all that. Yeah, frees herself in fine timing. Oh, what I was trying to it doesn't say anyone. I mean, it doesn't say anyone can do it for them, but I'm assuming people can. But it says, all it says is the creature must succeed in a strength or dexterity saving throw, be restrained. While restrained by the vines, the creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On success, it frees itself.
Yeah, I mean, a goblin is a small creature. A troll can just pick it up in one hand, so
yeah, that's a good point.
It makes sense that it can just pull it out of the vines. And this goblin is now like in this fist, like there's just this goblin head like protruding from a fist, just like, now what are you gonna do? I'd like to see your plants get me up here, stupid sword man.
Does the goblin appear to be wearing anything metal?
Oh no.
Make a perception check. Most of the goblin is currently in a
troll
hand.
Shit! Oh no!
You can't see anything metal on the goblin.
Fuck, that was going to be such a good idea.
I personally want to know his riddle. I'm very intrigued.
What was the riddle again?
He hasn't said it yet.
He
I don't
did
think.
He just said it. He said, no, what about you?
He
Blah,
said,
blah, blah.
test your minds and you will see if you're worthy to pass by me. And then he's...
Oh, right. And then he will say the riddle. Okay, I thought that was...
he said, to the troll, he said, then you give them the riddle, and if they don't get it, you make them give you all their gold.
Okay, what was the riddle then?
Who was first?
Green.
He's sort of waving around.
Bitch.
He's like, the troll sort of like slightly forgotten that it's holding him, and to sort of like relax his arms, so the goblin is now at sort of like a 90-degree angle to the ground. He's like, which one of you's going first?
Sort
of hair just like flopping.
Any of you guys want to go first?
Which one of you's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Why not?
Roll a d12 for me.
Oh, good lord. D12.
A 5.
A 5.
The person who makes it has no use for it, and neither does the one who buys it. The person who uses it can neither feel or see it. What is the answer?
Can you write it down,
I'll put it in the chat.
please? Thank you.
A person who sells it has no use for it.
Smells it.
Who makes it has no use for it, and neither does the person who buys it. The person who uses it can neither feel or see it.
Air.
Yeah, do you buy air?
No.
Can neither feel or see it. But they buy what can you neither feel or see, but you buy.
Time.
You know what? That's technically correct. The person who...
But because you can buy time,
Yeah, you can buy...
but you
buy
can't sell it though. That's the
people.
problem.
Plus, the person that's buying the time isn't good, or the person that's buying the thing and the person that's using the thing.
Well, that's the thing, because the person who buys time has no use for it. Because they're buying time for someone else. Good point.
How many goes do I get? How many answers can I say?
1 riddle per person.
Okay, but like, can I give you a few answers, or is it like a yes or no, or is it one thing?
You will see
You
it.
have got it wrong. You cannot pass on this riddle.
Oh, okay.
So the implication is that you guys can all work together to answer it, but once one of you answers it, that one person gets to cross.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I'm terrible at riddles. Let me think.
Yeah, this is one of the harder ones, unfortunately. It's a rough one to start with.
You'll see it. Yeah, it's going to be something like that, like time or
It's gonna be something dumb.
yeah. You can't feel or see. Is it like money but through like a credit card?
Bitcoin. Oh god.
There were a few, when I looked up riddles, there were a few stupid ones, like an Uber driver was the answer to one of them, and I was just like,
Excellent.
that's stupid. So, I will tell you now, none of the answers are an Uber driver.
Oh, that was my next guess.
I went for more classic riddles that could work in a fantasy world.
Wait, you're telling me there's no Uber here?
Information, knowledge.
Ah.
In like a library or something.
Yeah, but if
Find
you like
some
have
book,
the knowledge, you
information.
do have use for it though.
Yeah, they can't technically feel or see it because it's like in a book or something, you know, like knowledge is.
Power. Wait, no. Death. Life.
Yeah. Person who uses it can neither feel it nor see it. Person who makes it has no use for it. Well, I guess because they've already got life, they don't need another life for them. I don't fucking know.
This is hard.
It's a very, very hard one to start with.
This is unfortunately possibly the hardest one
Oh,
out of all 12 of them.
I was really worried you were going to say this is the easiest one.
No. Like I went
roll
through a
initiative,
big,
let's
I went
do
through a
this.
big list of riddles and was like, there was a, I probably, I got a few of them and there was a few that I didn't get, and I was like, well, they're working as a team, they might get it.
A job.
Be the field. Oh.
Put me down. This is undignified. You now realise that the ogre has like reached behind its back, and you can no longer see the goblin. You just hear a scratching noise. Put me. This is. Oh, sorry. There's like a very sort of dishevelled-looking goblin emerges, like his hair is all ruffled now. Brushes himself off and like dusts himself down. Come on, I'm getting bored now. Give me your gold and then one of you can pass. And I'll give you another riddle.
We're sure to
Money.
give you all of your gold, all of our gold. Then
Yes.
you can't give the riddle.
Well, one of you gives me all of their gold and then you can come across and then your friends stay on that side and then I ask another riddle and if they...
I have a plan. I have a plan.
What is your plan?
I only have 15 gold.
Okay.
So I think for this one that we don't quite know, I should go. And then at the very least, we are flanking.
Okay.
I will say unto the Goblin Man, Goblin, you have bested me with your riddle,
The goblin just sits there looking smug.
and I will take my friend's place here in Crossing because I'm a terrible person. And I'll gather up my 15 gold. Can I try and slyly tuck away my silver and stuff? So it's
Yeah, he only said gold. He
Yeah.
didn't say anything
Make a
about the
sleight of
other
hand
ones.
check. I mean, how much are you trying to hide?
Well, basically all of my silver and copper, just, take my gold. I don't give a fuck. I need gold. I got her.
Right, well,
Oh yeah, you bought a big thing, didn't you? You and your fancy dagger. Fancy.
yeah, that passes. You successfully managed to hide away any old coinage that you like.
Okay, in that case, I'll also try and hide away 5 gold as well.
Okay.
And I'll just give him like my 10 gold and say, there you go. And I'll walk across.
Takes out a bag and like opens it up, and you can see there are some coins in here at the moment. Not many, but there's still a few. And you put your gold in the bag and clink as they hit the bottom with the other coins. It's like, oh, big spender, are we? Being a stupid stabby man must pay rather well.
I pay the right.
Remember that, Terence. Stupid stabby people are rich.
Oh my god.
If this is what he considers rich.
I love
Oh my
this guy.
And yeah, I'll walk across, but
Okay.
I'll help you all with the other riddles.
Okay, but what was the answer to that riddle? I'd really like to know.
It was a coffin.
A coffin?
Yeah.
No, I knew that riddle
Shit.
as well. I'd heard that riddle not a couple of weeks ago with work. Oh my god, we were all telling stupid riddles at work, and someone actually came up with. Oh, I think it was worded a bit differently, but. Oh,
Well,
be sure to do information.
who's going to roll a d12 next?
No. I'll let the team down here.
3. Gordon brushing himself
Got
down and what has 13 hearts, no lungs or stomach?
13 hearts, no lungs, or stomach. That therefore implies it has arms and everything else. 13, what's a special on
A deck of cards.
correct.
Oh,
Ooh.
boom. There we go.
Woohoo! Who goes across?
You do because you got the answer correct.
Oh, excellent.
There you go. Alright, just Klari.
As you come across, it
And
gives
Neo.
you a little bow and like ushers you on. Terrence
Hell
gives you a
yeah.
thumbs up.
Oh, thanks, Terence. Best friend.
Oh shit, yeah, we gotta get Neo across. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, that's why you guys have to work together. Alright, Stix, roll the next one.
Neo. Oh, that was technically me rolling.
Yeah, roll again. 12.
Are you sure he didn't just forget what riddle he did? This is the same.
No. I'll put this one in the chat for you. What is heavy going forwards, but not going backwards? If you're looking for a difficulty level, this is one of the ones that I actually managed to get before I looked at the answer.
What's heavy going forwards, but not heavy going backwards?
Heavy. Heavy.
A ball rolling down a hill. Because if it's going backwards, that means it's floating, and is therefore rather light.
Well, theoretically, if it's rolling down the hill, it would be light, then it would go forward really easily, but getting it backwards would be really hard.
Well, to have that momentum. I don't fucking know.
It's the same either way, wherever the boulder is. It's just a matter of work done to raise or lower it.
Oh
But a
my
boulder
god,
is not the answer.
I hate this little goblin.
Heavy going forwards, not heavy going backwards.
The word heavy. Heavy.
Is that the answer? It just doesn't count when Abby says it, does it?
What's heavy going forwards, but not. Oh my god! Is it actually?
The word heavy?
The word heavy.
No.
What? But that's right.
What's heavy going forwards, but not.
No.
As we all say the word heavy, can I just march down the bridge and just go, oi, that was actually right, you arsehole. Let it cross. I'm contending this answer with everything in my being. That was fucking right.
No, it's if you go back across the bridge, you'll have to answer another riddle to come back this way.
No, I won't, and you can't make me.
Terrence
Now,
will make you.
you're not being quite fair. Heavy was right because
No, it's
going
not.
forward,
No, it's
going
not.
forward, it's heavy, but backwards it's either.
It's not the answer. Either is not a thing or a word.
Exactly, it's not heavy.
Stupid, dumb, stabby people.
What's
Edge is slightly back.
Holding up. You didn't know the answer to your own.
I know the answer. If you give up, you've got to give me all your gold.
Well, okay, if it's not heavy, then what is it?
Do you give up?
No.
ton?
I was trying to get him to like accidentally say it.
It's a ton. Well done.
It's a ton.
What's heavy
Yeah.
going forwards, but not going backwards?
Not backwards.
Fuck's
Is
sake.
ton. Stupid riddle. I was on the right tracks.
Yeah,
just
you
that
were.
I
You
got
were
the
really
wrong
close.
word.
I'm glad you got that because you would have kicked yourself if you hadn't.
I don't get it. How is it a ton?
Ton.
Ton! I think a tongue! What? Right.
Her tongue is heavy.
Ow.
Oh, I even thought not backwards, but I got ton because I'm dyslexic.
Ah. I'm sorry, Chantal. Welcome to the Dyslexic Club.
I was like, ton? No, that doesn't work.
I didn't think that, but then like heavy going forwards, but not going backwards.
So going forwards, a ton is heavy, but going backwards, it's not.
Well, yeah, that does make sense. But, stop it.
Alright, who's rolling the final d12? And who's going across, Neo or Klari?
Sorry, Neo, but I've got a lot of money.
Nice.
How much money have you got?
Nothing.
No?
Definitely not 135 gold.
Oh, it's fine. Neo's got 277.
Oh fuck, really, Neo? You should get this.
Hold the fuck up.
Wait, hold on. How?
Get all this shit in
Because Neo
gold.
never spends it, and you guys just always give him a portion of the loot.
Wait, how much does?
277
have?
gold.
Being on like, oh, don't have enough for human potions.
What if we got some help?
Well, we've never done, but
I'm the rich one.
I've been thinking it.
Stix is having fictional arguments and making up fictional grievances because of his lack of gold.
I'm the only one that's lost. I'm gonna fucking I'm into my head back. Makes me smart.
It makes Stix smarter, not Ben.
Which is really depressing when you think that even with a name, Stix can't get the fucking answer to a riddle.
Alright, why do you roll a d12? Go on, let's get this. Let's punish Ben's ego even more.
Don't like it. I hate riddles.
9. What can pass through glass without breaking it?
Light.
Correct!
Bazinga. Mainly because I thought light was the one from the first riddle.
Well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. And as per usual, the stabby one was stupid.
Okay, I'm just gonna say she does a lot more stabbing than I do. I do a lot of swiping and slashing.
I also got a lot of reading.
But you do more stabbing though. I was reading last night. I was trying to speak Draconic. Don't see you trying to learn a new and exciting language. Well, have you tried to learn any?
I learned Elvish coming here, so yes, actually.
Oh, shut up. Can't win.
Gosh, come on, Terrence, right. Repeat after me. The line, and he starts trying to teach him the line again. He's just like, test your, come on, repeat after me. Test your mind. Test your mind.
Bye, Terrence.
Bye bye.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's a
Can
troll.
we take him with us?
He's literally bridge asking for riddles. This is...
He's not really doing it though, is he?
I mean, thinking about it, we're going to a big mountain with a fearsome dragon at the top, and we've just passed a bridge with a troll on it. Are we suddenly in a kid's book? Is that what happened here?
That's why I thought there was going to be a troll, because there was a bridge, and I was like, oh, it's like the billy goats. We're going to die.
Have we been charmed and been put inside a children's book? Because, I mean, I'm not saying I'm opposed to the idea, but
If there's an egg on a wall, then you know that it's... We got to be worried.
good point. Alright, yeah. Everyone keep your eye out for eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And let's keep going. So Humpty shall not sneak up on this way. Not this way.
I keep imagining Mike Wazowski, but with more than one eye. So when you said he was like grabbing him, it's just his whole head.
Just like grabbing a tennis ball.
He's just all appendage. Like, yeah, like he grabs it like
Gotta be
that.
careful he doesn't get too stressed and squeeze.
Oh god.
Oh.
Sort of thing a long while ago of like Mike Wazowski's skeleton. And it's one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen in my life. Because it was just all skull and then a tiny, tiny little rib cage.
And he's immediately Googling. So, you guys carry on the faint sounds of this goblin trying to teach Terence his lines in the performance, disappearing behind you. And as time passes, the land slowly begins to rise. And after an hour or so, you look back behind you and you can see you've sort of risen, like, through the trees that are still on the lower slopes of this mountain. You can see you've risen up a little ways now, and you can see the land stretching out back behind you and to the sides. You all slowly ascend the mountain. It's pretty gentle going at first. You know, these lower slopes are shallow and leafy, covered in trees. You reckon it might get a bit trickier up ahead. You can see it gets a bit more rocky. The trees get a bit smaller as they haven't got quite so much soil to get into purchase. These aren't massive mountains. They don't appear to be heavily snow-peaked or anything like that, but they are, you know, distinct rises out of the ground. You will slowly ascend. Can everyone make a survival check for me once again as you start to traverse the slopes of this mountain?
Oh.
Oh, I'm meant to be good at survival. I have to make a survival check.
And then one for Neo. That's terrible. So, Stix and Neo, you both start just getting a little. What was that? Did you say something, Klari? No, guys, I think it's this way. And Neo's like, no, I swear it's this way. And you. Before you sort of shake yourselves and you're like, hang on, no, what? Yeah, sorry. You just start. There's just this mild confusion just starts creeping into the back of your brains. As just Neo and Stix.
Just.
It's not. There's. You know, you just start to second guess your decisions making in which way you should be going. But Klari and Arwen are confident and make sure you guys don't go astray. You keep traversing up the mountain. Slowly over time, you ascend and the terrain becomes more rocky. It's, you start seeing, moving through sort of little rises and falls as you go. And eventually the sun begins to set. And you look around and you realise, actually, the sun set quite a long way. You can see the stars above you, but the distance you've made it up this mountain means that you're actually, at quite an elevated platform, and subsequently the sunset for you is slightly later. You've still got a little bit of light due to this later setting sun. Would you like to push on, or would you like to rest?
So if we were to rest now,
Mm-hmm.
well, if we were to keep going now, do you think we would make it by nightfall or not?
You don't think you'd make it. You don't think this is a matter of just another hour or so and we'll make it. You don't really know what you're looking for. Part of your traversal is you're trying to ascend, but you're also sort of wending your way across the mountain, trying to search for signs.
Okay. Well, we could rest now, and then we've got like an entire day tomorrow to just like look for stuff.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Let's head to the old sleeper, and we'll pick us back up in the morning.
Okay. Okay, you guys take a long rest. Everyone just collectively just make a perception check. Do them all now.
Gabba-la-boop-boop. Gabba-la-boop-boop. Perception. Oh my god. Perception.
This is going well so far.
Perception.
Oh god.
Hey, we're like counting down.
So
Oh, no, when you get to 0.
you guys all sit up. You take your watches in turn. The night passes peacefully, and none of you during that time notice anything untoward. But you'll wake up the next day and set about your travels.
Alright.
Can everyone make a check to try and navigate or find something on this mountain that's going to lead you in the direction you want to go. This can be a survival check, or it can be any other type of check you want to make.
I'm
Just
go with
explain what you're using and why.
I'm going to go with survival. As we're traversing a mountain, one of us has got to be keeping an eye out for the natural world around us as we're travelling up. There we go, that's a little bit better.
What's everyone else doing?
2 seconds.
We're rolling to get us up a mountain and find dragon people.
Oh no, that's...
But you got pretty decent.
Can we all do survival, or...
Yeah, if you don't have anything else that you want to try, you can do survival. If you had something else you wanted to use.
Is this a mountain? Like, is this terrain mountain, or is it still forest, like grass?
It's beginning to get mountainous. The trees are reducing in size. The landscape is becoming more rocky now.
Okay, so this isn't, like, my terrain anymore.
It's on the cusp.
Okay. Is there any, like, animal tracks or anything on the floor?
Yeah, potentially. But anything you look for, there's nothing big. There's only very small creatures.
What am I doing? Okay. Can I, like, follow any of those?
Yeah, I mean that would be that would be a survival check
Alright.
to
Oh, okay, that's still survival. Carry on.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. Anything that's leading up.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just. I mean, if you wanted to try and find an animal, then and then do something, then yeah, 15 is certainly good enough to track. If you wanted to track an animal, but if you're just sort of trying to traverse your way up, then
Yeah.
okay.
Not quite the intrepid.
So, Stix with your 18. You're the one that really is spearheading this. And guided by Clary's knowledge of this book that she's read, you're looking for some signs of an entrance, some signs of something. And off to one side, you manage to find a gap in the trees where maybe a tree has recently fallen, it's still laying on its side, and you quickly hop up on the side of that, and you can see across a long way, and almost sort of down a small valley and up the other side, you can see these 2 or 3, or maybe this sort of small group of these enormous trees, and they stick far up out of the rest of the trees on the other side of this valley, and they are much, much wider. The trees, as you've gone up these lower slopes, have diminished in size. They don't stand as tall as the big sentinels in the forest. But these couple of trees that you see are akin to, if not bigger, than the trees that would make up most of the forest. They stand out a long way. And with 18, the distance that you're at, you could probably make out something sort of greyish white seems to be hanging. Something very large, greyish white, seems to be hanging in the branches.
Greyish white. Is there any way I can get into a position to tell a little bit more than that? Like more of a shape, or see if it's a figure of some sort or something like that?
You are on the other side of this small valley.
Yeah.
It's open, and it's a long way away from you. So but you can see that these trees are massive. You can maybe it'll take you sort of a quarter or half a day to get there.
Oh.
By the time you've gone sort of down and the valley and start ascending up the other side.
Wait, is a valley? No, valleys aren't water.
Arwen, your favoured enemies.
Yes.
Were one of them dragons? Or could you use your...
No, Fae and Celestials.
Could you use your, sense to try and...
Yes, I can.
Where some... Because I know it's got you said before, a mile?
Well, minimum of a mile.
Minimum of a mile?
Mm-hmm. It can go within up to 6 miles.
Up to 6 miles. Okay. So yeah, could you possibly see if there is any draconic beings or dragons near us through that? And maybe that could be a little bit more of a headed. Otherwise, I don't really know, because we could pass down this valley and up. That's a long way.
How far shall I make it scan?
As far as you can, really.
Okay.
Further the better, because we can try and
yes,
get a bit more information and knowledge as to where things are. Yeah.
Is there any apparitions, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiend, or undeads?
Within 6 miles of you.
Yes.
No.
Mhm.
No, hold on, let me just double check the workings. So yes, actually, yeah, you right on the very edge of, on the far side, you get a collection of pings of a draconic essence.
And do we know the direction they're in?
It says, I don't know its location. But I thought you would know, like kind of where, but I don't know. It doesn't. It says no.
I'll say you don't get a pinpoint accuracy, but you know it's on the other side of the valley.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like the distance you're gonna have to walk is more because you've got to go down and up in this like V shape, but straight across. Just cutting that 6 miles.
Alright. I guess that's where we're going. Yeah, okay, so I guess we're heading across the valley then. Yeah, get a move on. Going down the valley.
You guys start heading down, navigating your way through. Just taking the time to carefully descend this slope and make sure you're staying on the right path. You periodically sort of finding enough gaps to check you're moving in the canopy, to check you're moving in the right direction.
Nice.
Slowly the morning passes. You take a break, have some lunch, have some snacks.
Speaking of take a break, would at some point before we get into anything else, would it be a good take a quick 5-minute break?
Yeah, we can do that now.
Yeah, that's cool.
As you guys are traversing this landscape.
Indeed. Sorry, I was eating my
Pirio, carry on.
Just a lot easier to nothing at all is the thing, though.
So,
I mean, get arrested a little more, but what
so
keeps cool.
you guys are traversing down, you have this plan that you're going to try and find some kind of entrance and introduce yourselves to gain access to what you think might be inside. And you're walking along, discussing these plans, when you're struggling a little bit. As the other side, it's quite a gradual descent, but as you're going back up, it's a little bit steeper on the other side, so it's a little bit more difficult. And you walk through one of these sort of like lower sections. You've got little bits of valley on either side of you. The terrain is now more rocky. You've got more bushes and small trees, and you're having to sort of wend your way through all these little outcroppings of land as they rise up and sort of block your path. It's a little bit of a confusing pathway, but you feel like you're making good progress every now and again, stopping to check you're heading in the right direction. When you hear a noise ahead of you, it sounds like something sort of kicked a stone or something. There's just like a clatter of a small pebble tumbling down, and the rustle of some bushes or something, and maybe something pushes through those.
Divine sense.
Okay.
The undead.
Celestial fiends are undead. Yeah, that's not going to be on divine sense. Yeah, so no, I don't. None of those will ping on your divine sense.
Are we where my thing said, like my primeval awareness kind of?
You think maybe you're not quite to that bit yet.
Okay, cool.
But you're certainly getting quite close.
Also, a creature that is familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is that?
I mean, a creature that you would recognize.
So if I described a black dragon, that would be fine, because I know what a black dragon... No, a green dragon. I know what a green dragon looks like.
Yes.
A dragon that is green.
Yes.
So I can use locate creature.
Yes.
Excellent! Anyone want to go find a dragon?
Oh shit! Wow. Okay.
What is the range on locate creature?
1,000 feet.
Okay.
If
Ah,
That is about 350 meters. You know that, right?
Ah, shit. Wait, how long does it last?
An hour.
Ooh, up to an hour.
But it is a concentration spell.
Well, everyone protect me. Should I save it for a bit? Or should I do it now?
I think save it
Okay.
for a little bit. See what this problem is here first.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe give it a go. Can I just draw my sword? Grab who's there. Approach this brush very, very slowly with a held action to attack back if anything attacks me.
Yeah, one sec.
Oh.
No. So you shout,
Thing that attacks me.
who's there? I'm guessing in common?
Or in your... Have you learnt who's there from your dictionary yet? That's a W. I don't think you've got to W yet.
Oh, no, yeah. Could I... At first, I'd probably go, who's there? But then in Draconic, would I know something like hello? Like, I feel like I would have gone to things like hello, my name is Stix, that kind of thing.
Where is your bathroom?
Yeah, I'll say you know, from studying this book the other night,
Like,
you rolled a
probably
natural 20, so yeah, I'll say you definitely got hello down.
like I probably botched the pronunciation, but I at the very least can probably like say it to the point where something might be able to understand. Like if we go to France and French people hear us speaking French, they like laugh.
Yeah.
you need Englishmen fucking up our language. So yeah.
So as you shout hello or as you say who's there and then shout hello in semi-broken Draconic, the shuffling and scraping noises stop. And then you hear a load of Draconic back.
Is there absolutely any of it I recognize?
No.
Or instead, and this might be a little bit of a stretch, but I'm hoping with an nat 20. So I feel like another very obviously common phrase might be, I don't understand, or something along the lines of like common, like asking if they speak common, or something like that. Would I maybe know just like the word common, like in terms of the language?
Yeah.
So as after they say that, I'll just say that with like an inflection of a question, like common.
Yeah, and then you hear a voice like, yeah, we speak common. Who you?
Oh.
And like pushing their way through a little bit of scrub land towards you, through some bushes and things like that. You see 3 figures. They're all scaly. They have distinctly draconic features, like a dragonborn. But they all have wings. They are all wearing sort of piecemeal armor made from, sort of oddments of metal and things like that, and carrying weapons again that don't look to be the best quality.
I will say in Draconic, again probably a little bit botched, but I'll give it a go. My name is Stix. And maybe if I know something like that, like their name is, like that person's name is, or like her name is Arwen, Klari. Probably botch it and accidentally say her name is Neo. But something like
make
that.
another intelligence check for me, just to.
Oh no!
You're now trying to get a little bit more elaborate with your Draconic.
Oh!
Stix has a natural affinity for languages, it seems.
Jeez.
I took the BTEC. I know this shit.
Yeah, you managed to get out, what you feel is the right words to convey names.
Cool. And then I'll just pause and I'll say, in common, I'm very sorry that we may have encroached on your land. We are looking for something. Maybe you can help us.
You are looking for something, not someone.
Yeah.
You are not delivery people.
No.
Delivery people.
You do not have. You do not have the masters.
The master's
Do not have
things.
the master's stuff.
What
No.
stuff does he want?
We are sent to meet group. Have rare, valuable item for the master. If you are not them, you must leave.
Okay.
He's just like slowly drawing a sword.
Well, that's rude. How unhospitable.
Look, I think we can help each other. Yeah. We are looking for a fortress or a castle or an old place where knights used to live. Very, very, very old. Do you know of a place like this upon your mountains?
Nothing here for you. You leave. You leave or die.
Maybe we can help each other. Maybe we can find your master's parcel and you can take us to maybe this place that we are looking for.
You have stuff, we make trade. If not,
What
leave.
stuff do you want? I've got loads of stuff.
Yeah, I got lots of stuff. I have stuff.
He said it come in chest. He's big.
Okay, but what? What's in the chest?
We don't know. We just
Ugh.
take chest back. Stuff for experiment.
Experiment.
Is your master a dragon, or is it some random dude?
The great one with wings.
The great. I'm going to assume dragon. Okay.
The creator.
Oh no.
Creator.
Like someone that created you people?
Wait. What about those what about
Yeah.
the guy who was trying to make
Yeah.
what if he succeeded and actually turned himself into a dragon?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I need to look at my notes.
Ooh.
Do they
That-
look like they're like not natural, if that makes sense?
They look. So, if you imagine like a dragonborn is a humanoid with draconic features, scales, a draconic snout and things like that. Maybe like spines down the back. These look like almost like the Neanderthal version of that. They are much more feral looking. They look. Whereas dragonborn are very close, are humanoids that are very close, in sort of physiology to humans and elves and those sorts of things. These, you would first associate these things with dragons. They have sort of like slightly elongated necks, they have wings and tails. Their hands and feet are very much more clawed. They have a few sort of oddments of clothes under their armor, but mostly they're just as they are.
Hmm.
And as this
Uh,
discussion goes on, they're all starting to draw weapons. One in the back has a trident in its hand. And stands with a trident sort of planted in the ground. And this soft glow starts to emanate. This like pink light emanates between its scales and up its hand.
Oh dear.
I have a plan.
A plan.
Well, okay. I have two plans, basically.
Okay.
Either A, I can do something really stupid.
Excellent. Is it a skunk?
No. Yeah, I'll basically say, sorry, can you just give us just one moment as we just want to speak about something, and I'll turn around and say, okay, look, we can either get the fuck out of here, because I'm assuming also, like, you know, like I said, we've got like Elvis and stuff, so I'm assuming we can still keep some pace. So I say, look, we can either get the fuck out of here, I can plant growth them, or I can keep them pretty still, and we can get the fuck out of here, or we can take them, or we can maybe keep trying to bargain with them and say that we'll get their stuff.
I don't necessarily want to kill them yet. Maybe later.
Maybe later, yes. Right now, I think...
What do you talk about?
No.
You must leave. Unless
Yeah.
you have...
We've got the stuff.
Hand it over then. Where is it? Where's the
Okay.
chest?
Here.
Kill them.
Uh,
Everybody roll initiative.
oh, fuck. Shit. Okay.
He didn't like my anatomy humor.
I have this stuff. Would you like to roll initiative? No. Right.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, 22. I'm going last.
Okay, let's just get everyone's initiative. Okay, so... Klari at the top, followed by Arwen. Neo and then Stix. And I will throw everyone onto this lovely map.
Ooh, beautiful.
Ooh. Isn't in the least bit terrifying.
So this one in
there.
the back here conjures this pink light in his hand and begins to like pull back his arm to throw it. Klari, you react first.
Is there just...
Oh.
Wait.
Yes, there they are. One of them's... I'm assuming magic. I'm assuming that's some kind of magic.
What we attack off? Or
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just omitting if it's going to fire.
Yeah, they're they're about to kick our ass.
Okay.
I kind of wish I'd just lied and said we had the stuff. Okay.
But we didn't have a chest. That's the problem.
We could have got around it.
Hmm.
+4 to charisma. You can do whatever the fuck you want with +4 charisma.
Are they all in the base?
Yeah. How high are they up, JJ?
It's only about sort of 5 feet.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a small little rise that you could scramble up.
I'm gonna cast mirror image.
Okay.
I have to roll and think about it.
No, it just sort of.
Mirror image just happens.
Yeah, I think so.
Anything else?
No, just that for now.
Okay. So, mirror image is the one where duplicates appear around you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, Clary quickly casts his spell as this light is being like pulled back in the hand, ready to be thrown towards you, and suddenly like 2 or 3 illusory Clarys jump out and start sort of flitting around and having trouble discerning which one is the real one. Arwen.
Hello. That is me.
Yes.
If I'm in my wild shape, I can't do magic, can I?
No. You can concentrate on any spells that are currently active, but you can't cast any new spells.
That's annoying. Hold on. This is a long spell. Okay, I want animals. Just for the fun of it.
Okay.
I would like to... Oh, no. What am I fucking doing? Jesus Christ. Ah!
What are you doing?
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ on a silver bicycle.
Right, I want to conjure some animals. I've not done it before. I need to read this thing.
Okay.
Oh god, I need a book. Hold on. 2 seconds.
Okay. So this is the bane of Ben's existence. Conjure animals.
Absolutely.
Alright.
What am I doing?
So you can summon 1 beast of CR2, 2 beasts of CR1, 4 beasts of CR1 half, or 8 beasts of CR1 quarter.
I would like 2 wolves, please.
2 wolves.
2 dire wolves.
Do I have wolves readily available? Aha! Dire wolf. Perfect. What's the size of a dire wolf? Is it large?
They are large.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh, look at them!
You can summon these, well, up to anywhere within 60 feet of you.
How exciting. Can they do something straight after I've summoned them?
They obey your verbal commands that you issue to them, no action required if you don't command. Roll initiative for the... I'm, for the sake of simplicity, going to say they
Go straight after me.
Yes.
Excellent.
And
Ooh.
hopefully you can move them about now as well.
Whee! Whee! I want one here, and what is it, 60? 5?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 21. Oh, he can go here, but turn him round. I can't turn. Oh, there we go. Sploosh. Beautiful.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
It can bite it. Why not? One of them bite.
Okay.
Oh,
Nom 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 nom.
I'm guessing you have the stats of a wolf there.
Yes. I have to remember how to read. Apologies. Oh, flipping heck. I have to roll a d20, don't I?
Yes.
To hit it.
Yeah, roll a d20.
Oh, well, that doesn't hit, so.
Well, you then have to add the wolf's attack modifier to hit.
Oh, plus 5, so 8, 9, 10. 13.
13 misses, unfortunately.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, that was a good start.
Okay. So, this one. Here. This one looks to be more martial. It's slightly larger in sort of height and size. Has a quite a large sword that it like draws out and something like and like rushes sort of like turns and spins towards the wolf. And he's going to make 2 attacks against it.
Lord.
That's a 2 and a 4 on the dice, so they're not going to hit. So it rushes these attacks as this wolf appears, and the wolf leaps back to avoid him. It slashes twice at it. But this mage remains intent on its original target of you, Stix. Unfortunately, in this pinkish purple beam of light, throws its arm forward, and it streaks towards you. That's going to be a miss as well, unfortunately.
No harm. I'm draconic for nothing.
Oh no! Sorry, it's got 2 beams. Never mind. Yeah, no, they're both going to miss, and so it like raises both its hands and like thrusts them forwards, and you dive to the side, Stix, and there's this like explosion of earth that impacts the ground.
How's my my shield out? But I'm assuming they rolled pretty low.
Yeah, it was like a 4 and a 6 on the dice, so definitely not going to hit. And then this larger one in front looks it's dark, sort of black scaled skin. Pulls out 2 short swords, and you can see as it turns and jumps down on this wolf, its tail, the end of its tail is like this spiky ball of bone, a bit like a stegosaurus or something like that. It turns and leaps down and makes 2 strikes against this wolf. It like spreads its wings as it does so. It jumps down. And that is going to be numbers to hit the wolf. Does a 12 hit a wolf?
Nope.
And a 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 hit.
Did you bring dire wolves or regular wolves?
Dire wolf.
Okay, yeah, because they have different stats.
Yeah, it's a dire wolf.
Yeah, they're like big wolves, big like alpha wolves. They're right. Quite big.
is 12 damage to the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And then as it lands, it spins and like turns, and this spiked tail lashes out and it makes one attack against the wolf, which will be there's another 17 to hit the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
It takes another 10 bludgeoning damage, and can it make a strength save?
Hold on. 16, and then strength save is that D20?
Yeah, 20 plus strength.
Fucking hell.
That's fail.
8.
Yeah, and so this tail like smashes into the side, and this wolf lets out a whimper, and it's like it hits like one of its legs, and its leg is like dragged out from underneath, and it falls prone.
Okay.
But then we have Neo.
Neo, my boy.
25, 30.
Oh god, I was about to say no, I'm not even gonna say that.
He's going to make 2 attacks against this guy.
Very bad.
What's his bonus to hit? No, he doesn't have that high bonus. That's just be 1 hit.
Realize what that indicates, so no. He was just the purple paladin. There we go. That. Not the other thing I said.
Yeah, so you see his dragon turns as Neo rushes in and like parries one strike of the glaive with one of his swords, but the other one slips past his guard and like catches him in like a gap in his armor, and this like dark, still red, but like quite a dark red blood starts to leak from the wound. Stix, what are you doing?
Stix is going to, realizing pretty much that we've lost all semblance of any kind of democracy here. I'm hoping their draconic master will understand. But Stix is going to. Is he going? He's probably going to. Yeah, Stix is going to look at some of the spells. Stix is going to cast. Golden Moonbeam has always been the most disappointing thing since sliced bread. So instead, he will cast. Okay. Here's what he's gonna do. Can I see like this point? Can I see
probably.
that? Sweet.
Why not?
I appear.
Okay.
This guy, is he still up or is he down?
No, he's down.
Thank the goddamn Lord. So that was my bonus action. And then with my action, I'm going to get swinging. And I ain't pulling out my shield. I'm doing this two-handed.
Okay.
Because I'm really pissed off that I learned... I did so well with learning Draconic. And it's all been for fucking nothing. I'm really angry. 27.
Yeah.
Get fucked. 12 damage. This is all... both attacks are on Mr. Magic Man over here.
Okay.
First. So that's one attack against him. And then I'm going to do another attack against him. Well, shit!
Would have advantage.
What?
Against the mage.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the 14 misses.
Ah, ya bastard.
So just 10 damage.
12 damage. Oh no, yeah, 10. 10. And then I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna remain where I am. Yep. And maybe now realizing I missed that one, I'm a little less mad now. I'll pull up my shield and get ready to go.
Okay. Top of the round. Klari, what are you up to?
Does it count if we flank the wolves? Like, will we get advantage if we...
I just did, so yeah. You do.
Oh.
Yeah, the wolves are your allies, unless Arwen turns them against you.
Not today.
I like to think that even if they're gnawing on my leg and trying to kill me, they're still my allies.
It's just a chew toy, it's fine.
Yeah.
Would I be able to stand on that square, or is that like... Would it be on a wall?
Yeah, so... it's a little bit tricky with the, the sort of the angle of the drawings, but... you'd have to make... Yeah, if you make a dex check, you can stand there.
Would I be able to stand there and attack though?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
it's like 5 foot, this creature's like 6 foot tall, so you'd be like striking down on it. But yeah, you could still attack from there. It's just it's not quite a full space because of the gap, so yeah. But yeah, like if you need to succeed on an acrobatics check to balance there well enough to be able to attack.
Okay. Can I walk through these bushes, or do I have to go around?
They would be difficult terrain to push through.
You have that as well to say.
14. Oh, deck is just...
So yeah, dex acrobatics check.
Oh.
Yeah, 15. That's great. So yeah, you pull yourself up and you're like balancing. There's enough space to stand, but it's like trying to not lose your balance in like combat on a smaller than average space.
So like 9.
Try and like drive down on this.
Damn.
I'm gonna attack with the dagger, which I think still has lightning.
I think it does.
I haven't changed it.
Okay, yeah, that hits. If nothing has happened like during a day, or there's been like some travel and stuff like that, and you just want to be like, it's now a fire, I've changed it to fire overnight, then at the start of a combat, then that's fine. I'm not going to be too like, I'm not going to be like, you didn't say in the morning you were changing it, therefore, it's just like, that sort of stuff can easily be taken care of.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is 32 damage to this thing. Oh. Klari catches it high on the shoulder, and it's unaware, and this big like it clearly hit something important in its shoulder or neck, because when you pull this dagger out, there's this like big gout of blood follows it.
And because I can, I'm going to do an offhand attack.
Yeah.
As a bonus action. 17.
17 just hits, yeah.
Oh. It's just 3 because it doesn't, or 5 because it doesn't throw modifier. Which one?
5.
I
So
think it's 3.
So 3 damage to that. Okay. Arwen,
Hello.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna go. Can I see through this tree?
We'll provide a little bit of cover. Also, what square are you in? You,
I don't. Well, no. I'm between. I don't know yet. I haven't moved. 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 40. I'm thinking. Can I?
you'll struggle to see from there because of the
Apart
rise.
from that,
Yeah, there you'll be able to see fine.
there.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna go there. I think that's fine.
I think that's a little bit. What path are you taking to get there? Because that's quite far for you to move.
Okay, I started there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh yeah, no, that is. Yeah, you've got that. You can move that far. Yeah, sorry,
Excellent.
just when you put yourself down here, I thought you were coming like round.
Oh no, yeah, no, just
Okay.
kind of going up.
Yeah, no worries. Go for it. What are you doing?
Can I shoot from here, or is that disadvantage?
No, you can shoot from there just fine.
Excellente. Where is my bow?
Excellent. Oh, nice.
Yeah, 23 hits. For sure.
Kapow!
Which one are you shooting?
Oh, yeah. This thing.
The mage. Okay.
Has that one already been hit?
It has, yes.
Has it taken damage?
It has, yes.
Excellent. Please get fucked. I want to do it again, because I can.
15. Just hits. Yeah, these guys are wearing sort of piecemeal armor. It looks like armor, but it's been Stix. You know, they must have had to been reshaped to kind of fit their unnatural form. And subsequently, it doesn't fit as snugly or as well as regular armor might, and so there's a lot more gaps in it. Also, there's not as much of it. They're quite large, and they don't seem to be wearing full suits. You know, the little bits of scrap plating that they've cobbled together.
And then I'm gonna just tell them. Yeah, I can tell the wolves to
It's you
bite
don't have to
them.
make an action or anything like that.
Excellent.
I am. Can you just stick the clock on yourself to remind us that you're concentrating on?
On the bear, on the wolves.
On Arwen.
Yeah, but am I concentrating on the wolves?
Yes, that is a concentration spell.
Excellent. No, wrong one. Oh, bloody hell. Hold on.
Wolves can attack.
Look.
Wolf. They're not wolf ones, are they? They're just
Nah, they're just wolf dudes.
They're just Arwen's wolves.
They would have advantage.
One does not,
So the first one.
and the other does not.
What's their modifier to hit?
Oh shit, yeah. +5.
No, so unfortunately they will miss.
They're there to get hit.
Yeah, so these sort of summoned wolves that, although they don't look exactly the same, Stix, the feeling you get off them is similar to Elvis. They have that sort of natural aura of a fey animal, even though they are horrifyingly large and scary wolves. their turn. So this guy is gonna continue to attack the wolf. He's gonna make 2 attacks against it. There's both 3s. These guys are shit. So yeah, again, makes 2 strikes, but just misses because he's just shit. The mage now up close is going to turn towards you, Stix, and jab at you twice with his trident. That's better.
Gonna fucking try. Needs to be at a 19.
AC of 19. They're both going to miss then. Like the first one you just dodge, and the second one you catch on your shield and like push it away. Yeah, there's nothing it can do. And then the Dreadnought. He's gonna turn towards Neo. As Neo's the one that hit him, and Clary's kind of above him, so we can make 2 attacks. Neo. That are gonna hit. Yeah, Neo's AC is only 16. Yeah, they're both gonna hit. So 10, 14. Neo takes 24 slashing damage. As these 2 strikes whirl towards him, and then the tail attack is going to spin again and hit with this tail attack. But this time he's still going for the wolf, trying to knock it down again, which is going to be a miss. Unfortunately, the wolf, seeing it coming a second time, dodges out of the way. And we go back to Neo. And Neo's like backstepping after as this large and intimidating dragon figure presses the attack with these like repeated like overhead whirling strikes. And Neo's going to make 2 of his own. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
So we need 2 of these. 13 plus 4 is 13. 17? 17? Is this going to matter? No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, so you see Neil like takes these strikes and parries with like the other like feints with the other end of his glaive, and then just spins it around, and all of a sudden there's a spray of blood, and their head spirals through the air.
Good lord. Whose head is this?
Dragon body just slides to the ground. Just drops back against this little incline.
Oh my god.
Stix, what are you doing?
It's that one behind done. I'm gonna keep going with the mage. He's hit me a couple of times. I kind of want to get him out of the picture. Spellcasters are always the worst. Am I right, kids? So I'm going to do we use a spell against him? Is the question. Yeah, you know what? I'd quite like to keep one alive. So and I feel like mages, in my mind, they're a little bit more potential. Might know a little bit more. So I'm going to cast Wrathful Smite on my weapon.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and hit him. Whatever the fuck it is. The Sword of Thrikdir.
That'll hit.
Oh, yeah. One-handed.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. DC 16?
It's not going to do that.
It's not going to do that.
It's going to die instead.
Ah! In that case, can I
Frightened
say
it to death.
I'm non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal damage, so it still gets to make the save. Because if we wake it up, if I give it healing, it might still be.
Okay. What is the saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw DC 16.
Would it make a saving throw if it's like knocked out?
Well, I imagine, you know, the spell.
Yes, because it's still a mental effect trying to take hold of it. If it was like a strength save, then it would automatically fail, but it's still like the strength of its mind because it's not dead.
Okay.
I'm going to do it at disadvantage because you have reduced it to 0 hit points.
Fantastic.
Neither of those would have passed, so yeah, it fails.
He is frightened of me.
Okay.
Which might be useful later on when we
W for 1 minute and unconscious.
Fantastic. And this other guy over here, I'm gonna walk. Actually, I'm not gonna know. Yes, I am. In case the wolf wants to get in some of attacking into me. I can't stand there, can I? I'm assuming that's like mostly. That would be like falling off the edge.
Yeah, the DC would be higher for a check to stand on there.
Yeah, that's fine.
You get flanking from that position anyway, because the wolf takes up all 4 of those squares. So.
Oh, okay, cool. In which case, yeah, I'll just try and whack this guy once more. See if I can hit him.
19 definitely hits.
Yes. Fucking sweet as. 10 damage.
Okay.
Is
it just 10?
No. Has this one taken any damage yet? That's a good point.
No, this one doesn't look to have taken any damage yet.
In which case, yes, it is just 10. Okay. If it was looking a bit weaker, then I might do that to finish the job, but I don't know.
Okay.
See, this is growth. And the knowledge that we might have to fight a dragon later.
Clary, what are you doing?
Shitting myself.
This one's
that one's knocked out. Yeah. So it's just that one.
Is there any additional damage off Wrathful Smite, Ben?
Oh yes, there is. It's 2d6 psychic damage.
Okay, roll those because you can't stop this.
Yeah, I can't stop the 4.
Okay, that wouldn't kill it outright from the hit points it had left. So you can do that. So that damage happens, and then you do the non-lethal damage to it.
Sweet. Okay.
So you've like turned your blade into you basically bitch slapped this with a thing with a sword to knock it unconscious.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like I sort of like with my hand in like the other grip of my shield, I just sort of turn and then grab the sword as well with that hand, and almost just like use the handle instead, so it doesn't quite see it coming.
Yeah, that's cool. Clary. Pardon?
Not quite, no. But there's a nat 20 in there somewhere. Just wait to come out. Just wait.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Do you want to kill it?
Are we not trying to kill them?
I purposefully didn't kill that one because I said I figured a wizard might be more knowledgeable and therefore...
What is this one?
That one is just like a berserker or...
Yeah, this one just looks more like a generic fighter.
generic fighter one.
It's got a little bit of armor, sort of like scaled mail, and it's a basic sword. It hasn't shown any other magical abilities or anything like that at this stage.
We killed the other one.
Yeah, we killed the other one. So
Yeah, it's trying to kill us.
Yeah? Okay. That's alright, yeah. Then that is more than enough damage. This thing is very, very dead.
curve.
And what's that? That's 32 damage. So with the damage that Stix had dealt it, you've almost killed it twice. It's so dead.
Ow.
I'm assuming that's us out of initiative, right?
Yes, except Klari, Stix, and the wolf. Oh, and also the unconscious Draconian mage all need to make Constitution saving throws.
Why?
Because when this thing is killed, it releases a cloud of gas around it.
Oh.
Bridge. Oh, they all have a +4 to their saves.
8.
So that's actually a 15. And
Clary, you're fine. The wolf is not.
wait, how did...
I switched to
right, you said, right, thank you. And I... Yes, con save...
And Stix is fine. So, as this gas, like, washes over you, you cough and sort of like wave your hands in front of your face, but you don't feel like any adverse effects. The mage fails, I wanna say. Yeah, the mage fails, and so you see patches of this mage's scales, and the wolf's fur begins slowly hardening and turning to stone.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh.
Ah, shit.
Can you make another con save for the wolf?
Could I also extend, because I don't want it to die, I potentially have extended my +4 to the Draconian...
Yeah, well, it seems that something within it anyway, even unconscious, it resists this effect. Its body naturally sort of throws it off. And
okay, so it resists the effect, right, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's, it's the classic petrifying double save effect.
I see.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, this one, which was a thing I didn't realise it had until reading its stat block just now. I was like, oh, it's got a thing. I was like, that's quite a long stat block for a thing that doesn't only attack. And I was like, oh, it's got that as well. Nice. Yeah, the wolf is also fine. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, patch of its first starts sort of turning to stone, and just sort of like it does that like dog-like shake where it just shakes its whole body, and sort of like its head's going one way, its tail's going the other, so it's like a big corkscrew, and all the like stone just sort of like pops off in a big cloud of dust.
So adorable.
As quick as this combat started, it's over. You have an unconscious draconian mage at your feet.
Yeah, so I will turn to it and use some of my rope to bind it, just like bind its hand.
Yeah. Make a sleight of hand check for me.
And also its wings. I want to like tie tie its wings up like behind its back so it can't just like flap those and fly away.
Yeah, go for it. Make a sleight of hand check.
Live and Is anyone better at sleight of hand checks than me? No, yes.
A 10.
A 10.
Okay.
I think I've done it. And then I will give it a point of lay on hands by, just place my hand on its chest. And as it wakes up, it's frightened of me.
How long does Wrathful Smite last?
1 minute.
I'm going to say by the time you've tied it up, it's longer than 1 minute.
Ah. Can I retcon that I don't tie it up then?
Okay.
So I just
give it one lay on hands and wake it up immediately.
Yeah. It was today that we saw the goblin with the riddles, wasn't it? Same day.
It was yesterday.
Yesterday. Perfect. Then instead, I'm going to use my channel divinity to force it to make a saving throw, which, because it's unconscious, I'm assuming it fails. It's strength or dex.
Yes, it would automatically fail that while it was unconscious.
So as it's like lying there, these minds just come up and wrap themselves sort of like around it, almost like just entombing it, so it's just like, straight and narrow. And then I'll give it 1 point of lay on hands. Almost like ready myself if it manages to like break the binds to grapple it. And as it sort of like wakes up to say, hey, hello, good morning.
It bares its teeth and hisses at you.
Right, we got off on the wrong foot. You attacked us first. So why don't we just clear something up here? I will let you live. We will let you live if you tell us where we might find a fortress, a castle, a place where knights used to go a very, very long time ago. Any kind of old places here. You know anything about this? He is technically still frightened of me.
I'm afraid of you for 1 minute.
He is. I think he does get to make a wisdom check against my spell save every turn.
Okay.
He wanted to roll like one of those.
So...
But it's just a check, not a...
10 on the wisdom. But... Is it... Is it an action to make that check at like the end of its turn, or does it just get to make the check?
I believe it just gets to make a check at the end of its turn.
An action to try and break free.
Yeah.
So as it's there, just like hissing at you, you see it like flex its arm.
No, sorry, I apologize. As an action, the creature can make a wisdom check against your spell save DC to steal it and then this.
Okay. So it's there lying on the ground, and you see it's like hissing at you, and then it just sort of, as if it's trying, but it failed, unfortunately. It's still just like...
I
know nothing of fortresses or castles.
You know nothing of fortresses or castles. Can I make an insight check here? See if he's being somewhat truthful. Just to see how.
I mean, this is a very alien facial structure to anything you've dealt with before. It's very difficult to get a read on something. It doesn't have like eyebrows and the things like that you can use to get expressions on people's faces. And
yeah,
it's almost hard to look him in both eyes at the same time because they're on the side of slightly on the side of his head.
Okay, I'll say your master, the Green Dragon. Where is he? Or she?
Cannot tell you. Cannot return to my village if I tell you.
Well, you'll never return to your village if you don't tell me. So...
That's a 19 on the wisdom save.
Wisdom check. But...
It's a 19 on the wisdom check.
There we go.
It's a 19 on the dice and he's got +0 to wisdom.
Okay. Yeah, he passes.
I wouldn't tell you anything.
Okay, fine. If you won't tell us anything, then you're not particularly useful. And if you're not useful... I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really want to get caught up there by a big green dragon. And they attacked us on sight. We could have been anyone. We could have got lost.
This is not your place to be lost. I told you to leave.
You did tell us to leave. You did tell us to leave. And I feel very bad about that. But we tried to be reasonable. You wouldn't even let us leave, first of all. You know, give us more than, you know, didn't really give us much of a chance. I mean, we tried.
Leave. You claim to be something you're not.
What do we claim to be?
Yeah!
You said you had the chest.
We said we had stuff.
I said I had a chest.
Oh.
We all have a chest.
What's the DC on your vines, Ben?
16.
Oh, you see him like twitching and he's like wriggling on the ground. He's clearly trying to break free, but they're holding him at the moment.
Fine. You're not going to tell us anything, and you're going to be so
I
honored.
don't know anything about a castle.
A castle, no fortress, or
Little hole where
ruins,
people can...
anything like that. Ruins.
They've never been beyond the door.
The door. What door?
Okay, which direction is the door in?
Yeah. Where is this door? The great door. That doesn't help. Where is this door? Where can we find it?
In the village. The door is in the village. We got the door.
Okay, I have an idea. Clary puts him to sleep so he can't follow us or like warn anyone, and then we go do our thing, do a sneak, and then leave.
Yeah, I'm a little worried because I don't know how long. I'm just in the toilet a second.
Lasts a minute.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, like
How long will he be out if we knock him out?
Between 1 and 4 hours.
Excellent. Someone knock him out.
yeah, I feel like that's pretty much all we got. So I'll just stand up and I'll say, okay, well, at the very least you've been helpful, and you know, don't want to be too mean, and I'll just kick him in the head, knock him out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's currently bound and restrained and...
Yeah.
Got all the time for head kicking.
And I don't think, I might be wrong, but I don't think that goes away. Yeah.
What, the headache?
No, the vines just last until he's freed. So he's just going to be restrained here until he frees himself.
Okay.
So 4 hours plus any amount of time it takes him to free himself from the vines. Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's an appropriate place to end it. We've overrun a little bit, but we started a little bit late, so I think we're all good there. You guys are
Making waves.
getting into it, yeah.
Yeah.
Pick this all up next week when things get a little bit more interesting, I hope, than just walking over a mountain.
I'm absolutely fucking terrified. I have to say.
Well, until next time, watch
Dragons.
this space for more D&D.